Hey people, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of the 7-day series, and you guys know the drill. On to the slideshow.
Today, on August 30th, to keep it simple and small, I will be baking a mini no-bake Oreo cheesecake. For the quote of the day today, the way I see it, if you want to see a rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain, by Dolly Parton.
Again, welcome to my kitchen. As I mentioned in the slideshow, we're going to be making no-bake Oreo cheesecakes. So, I have split the ingredients for this recipe into 3 parts: the base, the cheesecake filling, and the topping. So, for the cheesecake's base, we're going to be needing about 16 Oreos and 3.5 tablespoons of butter or margarine. For the cheesecake filling, we're going to need about 1 cup of whipping cream, 2/3 cup of cream cheese, and about 8-ish Oreos. And for the topping, this is very much optional, but it is just 1.5 tablespoons of whipping cream. Now, let's get on to the no-bake cheesecake process. So I've brought my Oreos for the base over to my food processor. It is very, very small, but we are going to blend these Oreos in a food processor. You can also use a blender, whatever works for you. And we're going to blend these Oreos until they are fine. We are also going to keep the cream inside of them just to add a little bit sweetness. And I am going to do this in parts so we don't overload the food processor. And now we're going to blend to our heart's content. So I have just finished blending or food processing my Oreos, and it looks really, really nice. It's like kind of like dirt, and they're not too fine so they can hold up their shape. And now, I'm going to take my butter or margarine and I am going to microwave it for about 30 seconds. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So my butter, after 30 seconds, has melted. It is now very liquidy, which is exactly what we want. And now I'm going to take my crushed Oreos and I'm going to pour them into a medium-sized bowl. Now I'm going to take my butter and I'm also going to pour that in with the crushed Oreos. And I'm going to keep this spoon with me and I'm going to mix it. And then later on I will get a spatula just to further mix it in and scrape down the edges so that no cookie crumbs or butter has been left inside the bowl on the edges. I want to make sure everything has been mixed in. Here I am just going in with my spatula, and as you can see, it is mixing in much better. After you are done mixing, the texture of this mixture should feel like wet sand. And when you pick a piece up and you press it, it should keep its shape, just like this piece right here. That is exactly what you are going for. Now that my cookie mixture has been prepared, I am bringing in a muffin pan, or you can call this a cupcake pan, your choice. And I am going to be taking a little bit of this mixture in a spoon, and I'm going to just be putting it on the bottom of this tray, as you can see here. And I'm going to just press it down as quickly, and not as quickly, but as hard as I can. And you can go in with your fingers if you want. You can also add more. It is your choice. And you want to press it down really, really hard, because the more compact it is, the more stable your cheesecake will be. Don't be shy to go in with your fingers like I am doing here. You want to press it down really, really hard, like so. And now I'm just going to repeat that process to the rest of these bases. And if I have some excess, I might just make more. You also want to make sure you don't put too much of this cookie mixture at the bottom, because you want to have the perfect cookie to cream cheese mix or ratio. There are no proper measurements to how to make this base, like press this base into this muffin tin. It is completely your choice and your taste. Like, the amount of cookie to cream cheese ratio is all up to you. In the end, this is what my muffin or cupcake tray looks like. Each and every one has a base of this cookie mixture. Now on to make the cream cheese filling. To start off with the cream cheese filling, I'm going to be taking my whipping cream, my cream cheese, and a spatula. First, we're going to pour in the whipping cream into the stand mixer. I'm using a stand mixer with a balloon whisk attachment, but a whisk and a bowl, a regular bowl and a whisk, will obviously work just as fine. Next, I'm going to be taking my spatula and I'm going to be adding in my cream cheese. For this, first I am going to whip it on low speed, like 1 or 2, to prevent the whipping cream from splashing everywhere. This process will take about 5 minutes, and you want to whip until it is nice and thick. As you can see, my mixture is finally ready, and the way I know it is ready is when you lift up your whisk or your mixer and it creates this stiff peak and it doesn't like sink back down. That's how I know it is ready. Now we're gonna go prepare the Oreos for this. Now I'm gonna take my Oreos and I'm going to do the same thing I did while we were making the base. I'm gonna put them in the food processor and I'm going to blend until they are nice and fine. this is what they look like. Now I'm gonna add in my Oreos into this mixture, and I'm just going to whip it until it is fully combined. Occasionally scraping down the sides. After combining, this is what my Oreo cheesecake cream cheese part looks like. The crumbs are completely mixed in and the color has changed from a off-white to a grayish tone. Now that my cream cheese filling has been finished, I'm going to be taking a Ziploc bag. You can also use a piping bag. I don't have one at the moment, so I'm just going to be putting the Ziploc bag into a cup, just like you would do with a piping bag. I'm just going to fold over the edges so that it creates this little tiny hole inside. Now I'm going to take a spatula and this filling, and I'm just going to carefully put it inside the Ziploc bag, like so. Now that it is ready, I'm just going to unfold the edges and close the top, not completely though, and then I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to press out all of the air, and once that is done, I'm going to completely seal it. Now I'm just going to gather the two corners and press down until all of this cream cheese is right there, and then I'm going to just twist the top, as you can see. Perfect. Now let's go get the muffin trays from the freezer. I have taken my two muffin trays out of the freezer. I made the second one off camera. And now I'm just going to take my Ziploc piping bag and I'm just going to snip off the end like so. And then we're going to very carefully, evenly pour or pipe some of the cream cheese filling in each of the trays. Like so. This is what the tray looks like after I have piped out the cream cheese filling. Now that that has been completed, I'm going to be taking an offset spatula and just smoothing the top so that we have a nice even layer. If you would like to fill in the edges, you can go in with a swirling motion with your offset spatula. You can also use a regular spatula or a butter knife. I find an offset spatula to be much, much easier. Now that I have finished smoothing the tops, I'm just going to put these in the freezer for about 4 hours or until they're just firm to the touch. It has been about 4 to 6 hours and I just took them out of the freezer, and as you can hear, these are firm to touch, and now I'm going to take them out of the tin. Yeah, and I'll see you then. After taking them out of the pan, this is how they turned out. I think they look so adorable, and they are just about a little bit bigger than bite size. To take them out of the pan, all I did was I took a little knife and I just scraped around the top and they just popped right out. Let's try one. That tastes really, really good. If you guys do end up trying this recipe, please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. And that's how you make a no-bake Oreo cheesecake. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. The notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Also, be sure to follow along on this 7-day series. Comment down below what you think I'm going to bake next time. See you next time. Bye!